What would you do if a superstar was willing to leave his busy schedule to be with his best friend's terminally ill mother? And what if, behind the harshness of the industry, there was love in its purest form, a true friendship? This is the story of Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan. Not a romance, but a story that will touch your deepest heart. Stay with us, because this story might just restore your faith in the meaning of unconditional presence. In 2021, when the world is still overwhelmed by the pandemic, a turning point occurs in their friendship. When Xiao Zhan was busy filming and unable to accompany her mother, who underwent critical surgery in Beijing, Wang Yibo quietly stepped in. For an entire month, Yibo was by her mother's side, providing comfort in the pain and fear. His presence brought peace. The hospital staff began to notice the young figure who came every day, not for fame, but out of sincerity. Gradually, Xiao Zhan's mother came to love Yibo like her own child, because a mother's heart knows how to recognize genuine kindness. True love and friendship are not always expressed through words, but through actions. Secretly, Wang Yibo even made a special trip to Chongqing to visit Xiao Zhan's parents. Imagine a megastar sitting at a simple dinner table with his best friend's parents. No media attention, no publicity. After the meal, he leaves quietly, leaving a much deeper impression than thousands of posts on social media. It wasn't just a visit, it was a real act of respect and affection. One of the darkest times in Xiao Zhan's career came during the 227 incident, when he, previously beloved by the public, suddenly became the target of mass hatred. Projects were canceled, contracts were revoked, and mental stress peaked. But in the midst of the storm, Wang Yibo remained steadfast by his side. Instead of moving away like many, Yibo grew closer, feeling his friend's pain as if it were his own. Beyond emotional support, Yibo also reached out to his colleagues and sought professional help for Xiao Zhan's mental health. In one of the most emotional moments, Yibo reportedly knelt before Xiao Zhan's parents, begging to be allowed to take care of their son. Behind the scenes, he arranged interviews and found new projects so that Xiao Zhan could return to the industry that had once rejected him. When rumors spread that Wang Yibo was taking over some of Xiao Zhan's former commercials and projects, many accused her of taking advantage. But the reality was much different. Yibo accepted some of the projects not for personal gain, but to protect Xiao Zhan from heavy fines for breach of contract. In fact, it is said that he completed some of the work without pay, a form of selfless protection. Xiao Zhan's return was not only due to his perseverance and talent, but also to someone like Wang Yibo, who was quietly working behind the scenes. Xiao Zhan was able to return without having to pay a fine, a coincidence that may have been the result of a sacrifice that was never announced. In a world where loyalty is often temporary, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story is an exception. It's not a love story in the romantic sense, but a love story nonetheless about loyalty, devotion, and a bond that transcends the spotlight. They prove that beyond the glitz and glamour of showbiz, there is still room for genuine relationships. For every step, laughter, and success, there is always a silent sacrifice that comes with it. And for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, their friendship is not just a celebrity story, it's a family story. Their relationship was also tested in terms of trust and professionalism. After The Untamed, they were offered many joint projects, but they chose only projects that were truly meaningful, not just gimmicks. They want every collaboration to have value, both for them and the fans who have been loyal since the beginning. Their authenticity is evident in every interaction. Even in the brief moments when they are present at an event, one look or a small smile is enough to convince you that their bond is much deeper than just a script and a camera. Behind the scenes, Yibo has been known to send food or small gifts to the staff working with Xiao Zhan, a form of silent support. One of the staff once revealed that Yibo left a letter of encouragement when Xiao Zhan started filming a new drama, accompanied by a small doll they called a reminder of friendship. There was no sender's name, but everyone knew who it was. Time passed, and they slowly rebuilt their lives. When Xiao Zhan received the Best Actor award at a prestigious festival, cameras caught Wang Yibo standing backstage not as a fellow celebrity, but as a silent witness to a friend's long journey. There was no loud applause, just a proud look and a faint smile full of memories. Today, in a changing world where scandals come and go, relationships like theirs are increasingly rare. In the heat of the public spotlight and the coldness of the professional world, they still choose to be human to each other. They don't need the world's recognition because they know what they've done and what they stand for. And perhaps that's what makes this story so special. Because in the end, it's not popularity that determines success, but who stands by your side when the world is crumbling. In Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story, we learn that the purest form of love is not always romantic. Sometimes it comes in a wordless hug, a meaningful look, or a silent presence. A friendship that feels like home even when the world feels foreign. In the often cold and competitive world of entertainment, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story is proof that there is still room for selfless love and unconditional loyalty. They don't need a stage to show their emotions. They don't need a microphone to express their support. Because true friendship isn't always seen, it's always felt. Thank you for watching. If you believe that stories like this deserve to be heard by more people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video with more inspiring stories from the glittering world of Asian entertainment.